Good afternoon, everybody. We're finishing up the Explorer pack. This one's Chaos Pattern. It's a hazy IPA. It's 6.5 ABV, so it's a little stronger. It's featuring Citra, Euconaut, which I've never heard of, Cascade, and Centennial hops. So this one's very hoppy. I decided to do something different. We're going to be country and use this. This was one of the spaghetti sauce jars I had. It's not a ball mason jar, which is surprising. Yeah, that's very, very hazy. Okay, and this is a standard 12-ounce can. And basically, it's at the 12-ounce mark. It does have the citrusy smell to it, so you can smell the citra. I'm not sure what Euconaut. I've never heard of that one before. Cascade, I've heard of. Centennial, I believe I've heard of, but that other one I haven't. So, it's supposed to be, I guess, chaotic. Let's see. It does dance around in your tongue quite a bit. It's pleasantly carbonated, doesn't have a big head on it. And it's like the hops take turns. For a second there, the combination of the hops almost tastes a little bit like pineapple. But it definitely has a nice citrusy flavor to it. And on the back side, it kind of reminds me of orange juice just a little bit. Out of the 12-pack, this is another one I like. So far, the Rebel Kent has been my favorite. And this one's a close second. But definitely it does have a nice citrusy taste to it. It's bright, it's fresh, very complex. You taste all the hops. But the Citra, I think, seems to be the strongest, at least to me anyway. Do I like it? Yes. Is it sessionable? Definitely very sessionable. Coming in at the level of ABV it's at, 6.5, it's a little stronger. You wouldn't want to knock back too many in a row. You'd want to pace yourself just a bit. To wrap it up, yes, it's bright and juicy, very citrusy, little bit of a pineapple, orange kind of flavor to it. There's one more left in this pack that we haven't done yet, and that will be the Fresh Coast Juicy IPA, which is supposed to be a more citrusy, fruity, hoppy flavor. And I like that one too, but it's not my most favorite. Let's see, let me get the box out and see if we can recap what the 4 are. Okay. And in this pack we had Strange Journey, Chaos Pattern, Rebel Kent, and Fresh Coast. Out of the 3 I've had so far that I've done for you on here, I've tried them all off camera. Rebel Kent is first. Chaos Pattern's coming in at second, and Strange Journey at third. Again, it's a coconut flavor, but I think I would have liked a little bit more coconut. And again, the order might change depending on my opinion of Fresh Coast. On the soap front, I have almost completely used up the bar of Werewolf from Badger Creek. I love the smell. It is a powdery musk, but the more you use it, the more you smell the musk and less the powder. The oils in the soap do make your skin soft. I tend to have dry skin in the winter, so the olive oil and the other oils in the soap are definitely a plus. Again, not just men have to use it, women can use it too. Some of us get dry skin, and it's nice to have something with a little extra moisture in it that actually does what it says it's going to do. Too many times you get soap for women that say they're supposed to make your skin moisturized and soft. Like one I won't mention the name of that was supposed to have cocoa butter in it, and for a while I believe it did actually work, but over time formulas get watered down and changed for the sake of saving money or whatever, and it got to the point where it did no longer delivered on its promise, and I basically stopped using it because I didn't really like it anymore because it was making me dry and itchy. Castile soaps I do like. Sugar Soap Works, that you basically can, for some reason, can only get them at Dollar Tree, which is going to be named something else since Dollar General and them have merged. Or was it Family Dollar? I forget. $1 store merged with Dollar Tree, and it's no longer. I think it was Dollar General. I think. I would Google it because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know one of the two did merge with Dollar Tree, and now it's no longer everything for $1. It's $1 and up. But they are. Last I checked, still selling Sugar Soap Works. So I'm not going to try and create a fake run on stuff, but get Sugar Soap Works when you can get it because it is a good cheap soap. It's a nice hard French milk Castile type soap, and it works very well too. It's plant based, and it's very nice on your skin as well for a cheap soap. So I like those. Kirk's is another one I like that I get occasionally. Yardley I haven't had in a while, but my right now I am liking the Badger Creek. I still like Zum. It's harder to get since I can't just drive to Sprouts anymore because there is no Sprouts here. I'd have to go to Whole Foods. Maybe they might have it. Again, it's out of town, and since I'm having to take a cab, that makes it more difficult for me. Out of town runs are $2.50 a mile. Or if I could catch a cab to the bus in front of Walmart, I could take a bus, maybe. Logistics is sucking right now. But anyway, I digress. Badger Creek is my favorite right now, besides Sugar Soap Works. And Zum is harder to get. I have to order it online, basically. And I do have an order lined up for them, where it's basically almost all patchouli, because I usually, it's taking me out of my comfort zone when I do finally place that order, because I like, as you know, the frankincense and myrrh. I like dragon's blood, and I like lavender. Those are my 3 favorite. But I'm willing to give patchouli a try. So when I can afford it, soon, hopefully, after I file my taxes. Well, I have filed my taxes, but I'm waiting for her to finish the return. So after the return is finished, hopefully I will be able to do that again. Get another order from Zum. Slab Soap Works is the one that I got the Bay Rum soap from. They popped up in my spam folder, in my email. So I pulled them out of there, put them back in the primary. So I'll be expecting some Slab Soap Works hopefully soon, because we haven't seen them on here in years. So stay tuned. I'm going to try and do that as well. That Metal Guy 1983 had suggested 10th Kingdom Beard Company. I still want to do that. Hopefully I remember, because I don't want to wait until their site goes down for maintenance again, because that threw me off, and then kind of like, I didn't revisit. And of course I want to stick with goth and darkly inclined stuff as much as possible. On my Tea in Pajamas, you will see a new DIY I did. He's fantastic. You'll love him. And as soon as I put the eyebrows on him, just the eyebrows, I showed people, and they already knew who it was. Just the eyebrows, no fangs, no costume, just the eyebrows. People automatically knew who it was. And that which just goes to show I picked the right bunny for the blank. So I'm pleased with that. I might just bring him out for another visit. In case you don't see the Tea in Pajamas featuring this gentleman, here he is. This is Bunferatu, complete with long robe with his metal clasps and his adorably weird rat teeth. I left his ears tacked down because in the movies, I've never seen the Nosferatu movies, but his head is weirdly shaped and bald. So if you leave the ears, kind of gives that elongated shape to his head. Of course, if I wanted to make him look like Gary Oldman's ancient Dracula, we could give him the hairdo that to me looks like a giant butt. But there he is. Bunferatu. And he is featured in my Tea in Pajamas, so stay tuned for that. It'll be up before this and before my next, previous beer review, I should say. So we've got a Tea in Pajamas before this and another Leinenkugels review before this as well. So let's see. I'm still waiting on the documents from the Federal Archives. It's going to take 4 months or longer. So it could take 4 to 6 months, maybe even a year. I have a nonprofit group checking into it at Ridiculously Home Mortgages Quest, and they are going to try and see what they can do to speed the process up a bit. So hopefully before next year, we will have my documents, and then I can give them to Ridiculous Home Mortgage, or Ridiculously Low Home Mortgage. Yeah, and then they can forward them to the VA, and then we can get moving. But we are pre-qualified for $77K on a house. I have yet to hear back from Flood Homes. They have mobile home and pre-manufactured homes in the Fond du Lac area, down the street from me. Well, down the street from my work on Rolling Meadows Road, if you know where that is. So that's another possibility. And basically the girl, at the home mortgage place was like, well, they won't take VA because essentially a mobile home is considered a vehicle. And there goes those footsteps again. I literally had a nightmare that one of them went crashing through my bedroom ceiling and that we all had to leave the building because the ceiling was caving in. Yeah, I need to get in a house. And apartment living does not work well with my anxiety. Anyway, so yes, mobile homes are considered vehicles because they are mobile homes. So I'm looking into both that and the WIDA. Well, the WIDA loan. So basically, I have three irons in the fire. WIDA is a credit score of 640, and I have to have like $1,500 to $2,000 down, which we won't have unless we get that windfall from the aforementioned scam that I got roped into. And I also need that money for the VA loan. However, that's no money down, and I could probably get the seller. I am the buyer. I could probably get the seller to work with me on the closing costs, so I could probably get the seller to help with closing and no money down. So we've got WIDA, which is similar to HomeWise, which would be they pay the closing costs, I have to come up with money down, or VA, which is I come up with most of the closing or get help and no money down. So they're flipped. It's like one under the other. I have to come up with money, at least $1,500 on either end to $2,000 for either the VA or the WIDA. I don't know what flood looks like. If they come up better than both of those, bats and weirdos, we will jump on that like a kid on a cupcake. We'll just leave it at that. So those are my three options right now that I'm looking into. And basically, I'm going to play Merc with it, if you get what I'm saying. I make like a mercenary and take whichever one gives me the best offer and requires me to come up with the least money out of my pocket. That's what we will do. So, we are doing, as I've said before, we are doing much better than we were before in terms of getting a house. We're a lot closer. So, still talking another, or not, maybe about the same. It's still going to be next year probably. Could have been maybe this year if I got my credit score up, but I would have had to get it up to 620 and come up with the $2,000. And here I need 640. I need a 640 for the WIDA here, and I've got a score of 608. So the VA is looking the best right now out of the three options. The VA is the best. I have not heard from Flood yet. I know now what WIDA wants. I know what VA wants. We'll just see what they want. I'm going to wrap it up because I'm just rambling. It's been a long day that I don't want to get into. I'm going to have me some fries and mayonnaise and just probably go to bed really, really early because I'm just friggin' exhausted. So I love you guys. Keep it dark, keep it weird, keep the Halloween coming. We'll try to get back on track with everything. And hopefully I will have more good news for you. I love you guys. Bye.